welcome back. Apologies about the sun. It's British autumn time, depending on what calendar you go by. And this is what the sun looks like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'd be amazed at the number of lights that I currently have around me. And I'm still getting shadows. So yes, apologies for that. It will all change again shortly, I have no doubt. That was a squeaky light. I was just trying to change the angle. Okay, so when I recorded the video that involved these two boxes initially, they're boxes that this one came from Hobbycraft and this one just came from an antique shop, although clearly it's not an antique because it's not 100 years old. But it is going to help me do what I want to do. This is just, I got in the sale from Hobbycraft, and just looking at the details there, see if it's got any. It's the HC rectangular tray, white, 30 by 12 by 5 centimetres. I did a video, as I say, on this previously, and I created these two really cute cards. This one that I love, I explained that I had, so I've got I do silversmithing, so I've got a handmade jewellery business, and I also love paper crafts, so I have paper. Although a lot of it's digital, I do journaling cards, but I have that company as well. And part of setting those up, they're not my full-time job. They couldn't sustain me for food for a day, let alone a month. So they're not my full-time jobs, they're just hobbies. But as part of those businesses, I sent off for samples of business cards so that I could then choose the thickness, etc. And these are some of the ones that I had left, and I converted. This is the first card I did for here. I used one of those cards, layered it up, and that's my first card. We then went on to make this one here, and yeah, just love that simple layering. Very simple, that one, but again, really enjoyed that. That date stamp you would have seen is because I'm going to try my best to remember to date stamp stuff going forward, but I don't know, I might just use it for the numbers. We'll see. The memory is not that good. However, today's project is going to be focusing either, depending on the direction it takes us, we'll be focusing either on this tray, filling it up, or this box. Now, I did some, if you saw one of my previous videos, I did some tea dyeing for tea dyeing papers, and I did the 12 by 12 papers as well as these smaller papers because these fit in here beautifully. So these go in there. I've got different types here. I can't remember which boxes they go in. I think the smaller ones go in here. If I take off the perforations, they fit in here or can go in there. So we will be using some of these. Let me take some out and then we can get rid of the rest to save everything rustling. As you can see, depending, I mean, the backs of these are great. Look at that. Hey, that's where it, they were overlaying on each other. Let's just keep a few out and get rid of the rest so we can try and stay focused on what we're doing today. Now, something else that I ordered, because I thought this would be a great idea, but this is an envelope I tried to make previously and didn't really go to plan. I ordered some envelopes, so I thought they would fit in there nicely. I ordered what I thought were glass ink bags, but they've not come back in the, this is what I thought I had ordered. This is what turned up. This is plastic. We're not going to waste the plastic. We'll still use these. It just means the stamping that I do on here is obviously not going to, or I had wanted to on there, is not going to happen. But we can stamp on these. So these, what we're working on today ultimately is going to go in here. One of these two boxes. So let's start with a quick win And I want to build on this, and I want it to become a huge project and go further than we're going to take it today. But what I was thinking with these is I've got some little flowers, and you know they used to do, little images of flowers. These are supposed to be stickers, but that's not how I intend to use them. I'm going to keep them in here. You know, they used to keep, I can't remember what they were actually called, slides I think they were called, and they'd have slides of flowers when people have gone on, leaves and flowers when people have gone on expeditions and stuff. I thought we could build up a little archive of those, and perhaps if they had been on proper glassine things, I was going to stamp them all up and make them look, you know, old. But never mind, we work with what we have. Some of these flowers are lovely, aren't they? So yeah, these are going to be like little sample bags. I think these ones are a different type. So they're a quick win, a quick way to start filling up the box. And these will go in the brown box. Did I get the right size? Yes, see, so they'll be cute. They're a little taller, but I like the thought of it being folded over too much in order to accommodate the space. Which ones do we want here? I like that one. That one. These look more like stamps, don't they? That one. A couple more. There we go. Right. So, like I say, the intent was to stamp up and do like little information sheets here, and then have them in there as little notes. But what we could do, are these all going to be a little bit too wide, probably, aren't they? I think this is the smallest I've got. So what we could do is stamp these up and just put them in there as little notes, even if they're sideways like that. What would that look like? Let's have a look. Let's have a play. Like that, but I don't like the lines being sideways. So I've cut some down, I think. It's not like I haven't got enough. What about these? If I fold that in half, that, and then we could use some as they are and just sit them in like that, and then other ones we could actually stick to the paper maybe. What do we think? Hopefully you can see this and you're not getting the glare from all the lamps. We're not going to get away without having some light on. But let me try and keep the glary things as much out of screen as possible. Okay, so let's start by cutting these up. And these are a similar size. We can cut these as well. Will they fit in? And if I just cut them down the middle. No. Some of those. Let's get some more of these papers. Probably just cut them instead of using a trimmer, because the objective is not to be precise with any of this stuff. And what I might do is fill them out. Some I might just put stamps on. and some I might actually find out some botanical information and do them properly. Honestly, this paper changed, the tea dyeing process changes the texture of this paper a lot. It's really interesting. Okay, let's do these first. Shall we do some stamping? Now, I have my big stamping platform out, and actually we could multitask, couldn't we? Because I could stick them to the back. Yeah, let's do more than one at a time. Here we go. Now I have ordered a new backing thing because this is getting a bit dull because I didn't take care of it properly, so it's my own fault. I need to see how big the stamps are, shouldn't I really, before I lay this stuff out. Let's do that then. So I have lots of different stamps that I got out for this purpose. I'll just run you through them. Hopefully it's not too glary. Perhaps that angle will work. So if you saw my previous video, you'll have seen what a good bargain I got from All and Create. These aren't all and Create, but a lot of them will be. So I had more Botanical that weren't from All and Create. So I'm just trying to angle these so you don't get too much glare. And then these, I thought I could use those little potion boxes. The number of individual elements on here is quite outstanding. And the cogs, I like the thought of the cogs. I'm just all about to slide off the end of my desk. Got this one, and that one there. Hopefully you were able to see them. So let me, I don't want you to have to listen to the rustling. So let me take some out and we will go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is use stamps from one pack in one go, so I haven't got to keep disappearing and in order to take lots of different stamps out. So let's try and do that. Now, I wasn't intending to use this little flower pot, but actually this is quite a good one to use it for. Shall we put them the right way up? That might be a good idea, mightn't it, for the stamping pad? There we go. This one Right, now if you watched the last video, you would have seen that I was putting too much ink on the pads, on the stamps, which was quite annoying. So I'll try not to be so heavy-handed. So this is Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. I just noticed that reflection. Let's see if we can. Apologies, you're going to get the light again. That's not a very close stamp at all, is it, that one? There we go. Let's move that over and just see if we can get some. Don't know if we could get any more off of that. Just rather than wasting the ink, you know. Okay, then I need a wipe. Okay, so I've just laid these up with stamps to put on there. So let me put the lid over and pick those up. And then let's go in with a different colour this time. So we used walnut satin last time. So let's do vintage photo for this one. See if it comes out better on a different paper. Is that me over stamping, over inking? I think so. Because that one came out better, and that's a second generation, isn't it? Let's move some of these. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind if these aren't perfect. That's not the point of them. But I do mind if I've paid for stamps that don't work. But I think the error is with me, not with the stamps. But I don't know how to put it on without over-egging it. That can stay there to get some more. Often we'll get some more on there in a minute. Let me clean these and I'll be back. Move on to seeing how this all comes together in practice, because we don't want to do everything. We don't want to do everything and then come to find we're not impressed by it. So these are the ones that I chose. See, something like this could have that just stuck there. I'm sure these were stickers. Baggy. Put it in. Bit too long. So let's take some of that off. This might be too thick to. Like that, that's one. Let's do one without anything. Let's get some with. Like that. I actually love this one here. It's really nice. Yeah, all of these are going to need cutting. There we go. That's it. these mushroomy type things. I don't want to, ooh. Mushrooms. Did I get some mushrooms? Did I? Yes, I did get some mushrooms. From the All and Create sale. Let's have a look, see what. Let me get the big stuff out. Oh, that was rustly. Put some mushrooms in here, couldn't we? Lovely. Is that going to be too tall? Don't need jars in there, do we? And then last one, I think. I'm going to stick this on there because I love this one. You know, I do work from home a lot. That you miss out at Christmas on like the Christmas music on the radio and all of that sort of stuff. And I thought, you know what, if I was in the office, I would, oh, how cool do these look? I actually prefer these to that, to be fair. I like that. I like it. Yeah, I actually thought, well, if I was in the office, I'd be snacking on all the chocolates and stuff, wouldn't I? So yes, I did partake in some chocolates this week whilst in meetings, because I thought that is exactly what I would be doing if I was on site. Now, this next little project, I've got varying sizes of these things, and I just need to find the envelope with the other stuff, so bear with me. Here we go. So let me take them out the folder, because so you don't get the glare. Let me just see what else we've got going on in there. Right, I'll take this out as well. Okay, so here I thought it would be quite good to do little family profiles and things and give people fake names and just build up like a little record of people. Now, I think I could probably go bigger with the envelopes. I could indeed, but I can put stuff inside of it. And I did measure these. So these ones I did on the Cricut. I pulled the SVG file, printed them out, and cut them. These I purchased and then thought, well, if I can do it myself, and all of these here. I don't know, did we have double there? I don't know if we've got a double or if everybody just looked the same. I feel like this little dude is a double. Yes, we do have doubles, so we're going to have to be careful so not to mix families. You don't want someone's mother suddenly becoming their sister, do you? Right, so some of them I thought we could write on the front the details and then put the pictures in. And then other ones, these, because these are stickers, we can put the sticker on the front and, you know, on the back, perhaps have a history, or do the little slides, do some sort of, you know, info sheet inside. Cut these down, can't I? Or another thought I had was put that information, some information in here and pictures in here, and then attach them to here, because then we can put them in the box. I'm just checking, they need to, ones that are going to go in the box need to be cut down a bit, and they're probably a bit too high. So maybe these are Yes, sorry. So maybe these are the bits that sit in here, and then we can have, you know, a folder of criminals, which sounds not very wholesome, but I thought it might be quite a good idea. So what I might do is we just play for today and just start to explore. But I thought I had a stamp that had lines on it, and I can't find it. Or was it a stencil? Her little one's woken up, so that's the noises you can hear in the background. Perhaps it was a stencil. But yeah, this is something I want to build on, but I'm kind of hesitating to start because I want it to be really good. And I just need to be brave with it, really. That's all. It's only bits of paper. That's all. Don't have to fret. I'll tell you what I am going to do is put away the oxides, because they didn't help me none, did they, with my stamping. So let's put those away. Get rid of those. We've got the distress inks. You will note I'm very limited on stamps. We've got the distress inks and we've got these. Have we got the lines? We could use some rub-ons, couldn't we, for the background? I'll be back. So I found some rub-ons, and I think I'm going to wait to do any lines or anything because I can't find it, but I know they exist. But let's start with just doing some of this on some. We won't go mad today, but we're starting the concept. And that's the pup in the background. Now this I thought was really pretty. Hopefully you can still see the sun's shifted again. I'm not sure how well this will take it. Perhaps we'll do that on there. Excuse the pup. I've just cleaned her ears, and she hates her ears being cleaned, which is why she won't come anywhere near the bathroom, because that is where they get done. She went to the spa yesterday, so she smells beautiful. beautiful against the pink there. I need paper clips really, don't I, to keep them with the ones I intended. I'll just stack them for now. That last one wasn't cut very well, was it? So hopefully we'll have more success there. Excellent. So no one got any top tips for sticky paper with the Cricut? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this paper, but I am always open to more suggestions. And I've got a list of names for people, although I might use those for these ones. I've got a list of interesting names. Now, do I prefer it on there or on there? And I don't want to get carried away either, because I may well end up finding my the stamp that I thought I had, but equally I may not. So on there, and then the rest can go on there, can't it? Oh, it'd also be interesting to know how you came across my video. You do go and watch the past ones. The first ones were a bit ropey, but you know, all got to start somewhere. But yeah, I want to learn how to grow my audience. Which is something that thus far I'm not very good at. Right. The only thing about using these pictures is I think they're actual people, you know, things they must have been going through at the time, and now I'm just using their images for creative outlet. That has not passed me by. I really like that there, so I'm going to keep that. And again, I'm just going to do random bits and see what does and doesn't come off. And that's what I might do is sit and play and then try and come up with a way to get the lines on there. It might just be that I draw them on. It might just be that I don't use them. I need to think about the date format and having dates on this stuff. You know, conviction date, arrest date, all the things. I wonder what they did actually do. Some of them were clearly AI, but some of them look genuine. Right, so what have we got so far? I think we're starting off pretty well. Does he need to be grubbed up a bit at the back? Well, she hasn't got any on her thing, so no, that's fine. Right, I think we're going to leave it there. It's been fun starting to explore what we're going to end up doing with these trays and boxes. These are looking good in here. These won't be able to go in here because that paper's too wide. But I might cut it down, I'll see. I'm thinking if they're in here we can just flick through them, can't we? But then do I want this just for colourful cards? Because these are cute, aren't they? Perhaps I'll cut them down. They can go in there. Oh, the cards. Perhaps that might be the way to go. Let's find out. Let's do the journey together. And we will find out in the next video. Now, obviously, I can't call the video creating a convict portfolio, because goodness only knows who I'd get signing up then. But let me have a think about it. You'll see from the thumbnail anyway. All right, have a good day, guys. See you later. Thank you for joining me, and do come back. Bye.